Ultra Fight Galaxy New Generation Heroes Episode 13 is out, and that is the finale of the show, of the miniseries. And I don't know for a fact that this is all going to be stitched into one mini movie. If it was, I would wager that taking out the the stuff at the beginning, the previously on, and the end credits, that it's going to turn out to be about a 60-minute movie, which I think is perfect, especially because it was so action-packed, and there was so much going on that it might be hard to sit through a lot more than that. But not knowing what it looks like altogether, it's a little bit hard to say. But overall, the series was very much enjoyable. It was a great introduction for me to all these Ultras who I don't know, because I'm only glancingly familiar with Ultraman, but I'm getting there. My goal, however, and after seeing this, I'm definitely interested in more of the Ultra series. I think I'm 100% sold on Ultraman as something to be excited about. And I'll make a small confession, which is I had already bought the official Super Eye Productions Blu-ray release of Ultraman Season 1. If I had tons of disposable income, I would have bought Ultra Q and a bunch of the others. But I love Tokusatsu so much that I really want to encourage the companies making it and localizing it, more importantly to me, to do that. So I took on this project of watching the show and reviewing it, because I wanted to be a part of bringing it over to the West. And in a small way, I hope that me watching, adding to the sub count and the likes and whatever on YouTube, and being a Tokusatsu channel presenting that, is going to help move things forward. But definitely buying official releases is going to help too. But anyway, that's a bit of a tangent, and that detracts from what my overall thoughts on this episode. I did think the ending was a little bit sudden, but I have the understanding that it is a mini-series. There wasn't so much a proper denouement, except for Zero with Grigio out over Earth. I think was a good way to set things up and kind of hand things off. And then we got that little cutaway to her brothers and the 5 other Ultramen who were going to set off to have an adventure where they go fight Trigia himself and defeat him for the final time. No, they defeated Ultra Dark Killer already. So yeah, then they were going to go off and fight Trigia, and I thought that was really cool. And I'll be less satisfied, I'll be less than thrilled if Grigio doesn't get her own story where she is fighting on her own, becoming a better, stronger Ultra. But it's not 100% necessary. Like I said, it won't ruin this story. It'll just be a failing to reach their potential in another area. Let me put it a slightly different way. Failing to see the further adventures of Ultra Woman Grigio will not retroactively ruin in any way Ultra Fight Galaxy New Generation Heroes, because she was a part of the story, just like a lot of the other Ultras were. She wasn't the main story. But I did think it was really cool that I think Zero mentioned that the reason that Ultra Dark Killer, or Trigia I guess really, was the one who did it, had abducted Grigio, was because he feared Groob, because the power of those Ultra Sibs together was just going to be too much for him to handle. So that was pretty cool. I gotta say, overall, the effects were very good. I mean, some things I guess you could complain about, but if you're here to complain about the, limited effects, that's dumb. And then one of the images I saved that's over the video and will be on the blog on mjmunoz.com is Grigio and Zero, and they're floating outside of orbit of the Earth, and it's just a beautiful shot. Maybe you can tell they're hanging on wires, I don't know, but isn't that what you'd look like if you're floating? But the shot itself is really beautiful, because when it looks good, everything, all the effects are done well, but also it's just kind of I don't know, she's talking about how beautiful Earth is and how she's going to protect it and do her best. And it's a very hopeful, very inspiring moment. And I really like it. And that's the overall feeling I got from the series as a whole, that, there's light here and not all this darkness. And, that makes me happy because I'm a sappy kind of guy who enjoys those sorts of things. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from covering Ultraman. When I come back, though, when the Netflix series comes back, Going Ultra Season 4 will be here, and I will be discussing that, and then we'll see what else I do. I do have that Ultraman DVD. I think there's like 30-some episodes on there. I would like to watch that original series and review every single episode, much like I've been doing with Kamen Rider Zero One or whatever. But yeah, things are going to be changing for me. We're coming up to a new year, and I have a manuscript I want to get submitted, and there's lots of things I want to do in my personal life in my other professional life as a writer. And I can't necessarily do all the other things I want to do and need to do for myself and my family and my career to move me forward if I'm focusing on putting out something every week like this. In addition to the other things I've committed myself to every week, and I don't know. I feel like there's a darkness in myself that I need to defeat, which is the darkness of over obligating myself to things. And it's been a hard struggle, but seeing these ultras explore all these different aspects of themselves and take on their darkness copies and whatnot has inspired me to be a little more introspective and take stock and really change things for the better. Anyway, that's all I have to say. If you want to keep up with me, go to mgmunoz.com, but I'm going to say that right now in my spiel. So, Going Ultra can be found on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher, as well as mgmunoz.com/GU. I'm an aspiring author who will gladly accept your financial support through coffee. You can also check out my Redbubble store. Check out mjmunoz.com for more of my work, where you can find another Ridercast, where I sample all the Heisei era Kamen Riders. That's 20 seasons, 20 episodes of me talking about 2 episodes each. King of Hearts, Queen of Sorrows, we're talking about Mobile Fighter G Gundam and MJ Loves Toku, where I'm covering Kamen Rider Zero One every week. Relevant links are in the show notes. If you had a good time, like and share, and leave a comment, please. Subscribe and ring that bell to keep up with me as I explore more Ultraman. And I do promise it is coming. It'll happen when it happens, and you'll know because the Netflix one will be out for sure. And then we'll see where we go from there. Anyway, ciao, take care, and remember, folks, you don't have to shout henshin to be a hero.